NFL team will be here for the draft this week. And I talked to last week really one of the world's biggest Seattle Seahawks fans. This week I'm going to show you some of these conversations I had. I wanted to reach out to fans and teams of teams with top 5 draft picks. That's the number of the 5 teams who are most likely to pick, right now slated to pick 1 through 5 on Thursday night. The fan I talked to goes by Captain Seahawk, because he's a literal airline captain. When I talked to him, he was in India. He gets millions of views on his YouTube channel and his social media pages every month. I caught up with him last week after he'd flown to India for work. Listen to our conversation.
A couple of days ago, I was petting a cobra. I had my Seahawks jersey on, and I was petting the cobra with one of those snake charmers. So I go around the world, and when I get home, I'll replace this jacket with something else, and I'll just keep swapping out. But I have a complete house full of Seahawk items and costumes.
Wallace Watts travels all around the world, but his wardrobe doesn't change much.
You'll never catch me without something with Seahawk on. That's all I wear.
And this week he'll be landing in Kansas City for his 3rd NFL draft.
You envision the draft as being, you just sit in the chair and Roger Goodell comes out and we say the first pick, and everybody just sits there and it's really boring, but really not. Everybody's a super fan, but people are really dedicated to their team. Come out there. We wake up at 7 in the morning and we go to all the parties until midnight, so we don't sleep at the draft.
He's going to take those bright green outfits all around town, looking for not only Seahawk fans, but really any super fan who wants to take a photo. He'll hit the sites in town and even check in with a Seahawk/Kansas City connection.
We plan on seeing some sites. Apparently there's a Negro League Baseball museum. Drew Lock's dad, Andy, has several restaurants out in Kansas City, so we're going to connect with him.
It's so interesting. You hear him there talk about the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum that he wants to go see. I've talked to several different fans, as I mentioned, and it's interesting to hear non-Kansas Cityans talk about what they're excited about when they come to Kansas City for the first time. There's lots of items that are on people's lists whenever they're here. I also talked to a father-daughter duo from Olathe last week that are massive Seahawk fans. They're going to be here because they won tickets to be out there by the stage. That's why I wanted to reach out to those top 5 picks. Right now, that is Carolina, Houston, Arizona, Indianapolis, and Seattle with top 5 picks, because those are the fans, rabid as they are, to be right there in front of the stage on Thursday night. Lindsay.
Well, they're all hoping they get their Mahomes, and the rest is history for their city, right? I mean, this is a big deal. Those are the stakes we're talking about here. I love it. That's the drama of the draft. I mean, Taylor's really sold me on all this the last several years when he takes off work to watch it. He's going to be busy this week.